So let's go for Felidar Retreat. Felidar Retreat number 2. Forest. I'm not seeing the forest for the trees here, baby. 2/2. 2/2 kitty cat. And now we're going to get another instance of landfall with the Omenpath Journey. Here we go. Here's another one. Felidar Retreat's going off. Here we go. Come on, kitty cats. I need you. The Overlord and a few kitty cats. And our Overlord is going to, you guessed it, trigger more Felidar Retreats. Let's go. More kitty cats. Oh my god, I already forgot. I forgot more Felidar Retreat kitty cats. Ladies and gentle mages, civilians across the multiverse, welcome back to another episode with Man, and today we've got a juicer for you. So today I'm going to try to make Felidar Retreat and Landfall the most competitive I can make it. Let's dive right in, baby. All right, so we got the Landfall. Obviously, let's go ahead and start off with our first card, the Felidar Retreat from, I guess this is technically from Zendikar, but it's from Foundations. It is back. Landfall, whenever a land you control enters, choose one, create a 2/2 white cat beast creature token, or put a +1/+1 counter on each creature you control. Those creatures gain vigilance until end of turn. Now, what is the best way that we can kind of make this a little bit more busted? Well, we do have the Doubling Season. Obviously, Doubling Season, a mythic rare from Foundation. If an effect would create one or more tokens, you're going to create twice the amount of them. And if it creates one or more counters, you're going to create them. So either way, whichever one you have for the Felidar Retreat, you're going to either create 2 cats, or you're going to give everything 2 +1/+1 counters. So I've seen the Mossborn Hydra. I'll get to that in a second, but I have not really seen Felidar Retreat a whole lot, but I think this is exactly the kind of deck you want to run it in. We do have the Omenpath Journey. When those enters, you're going to search 5 cards, and then at the beginning of your end step, you're going to choose a random one and then put it onto the battlefield tapped. Pretty crazy card. So usually what you want to do is grab a Prairie, this one Surveil land that I have, a Mirrex, a Fountainport, and then maybe a Demolition Field or a Fabled Passage or something like that. But you want to grab all of your weird lands. The ones that I'm running one of, it's such a weird deck. And you also do have Glimpse the Core, which specifically only wants forests. So you also have to have a decent amount of basics. And then because this is such a weird meta, is so aggro heavy, you do have to have double whites for this temporary lockdown. So the mana base is really screwy. So I think this is the tightest and most efficient it can be in terms of just all the coloring and whatnot. But nevertheless, let's get into the intricate stuff. Let's start with the meat and potatoes. Mossborn Hydra. This creature enters with +1/+1 counter on it. Pretty simple. But whenever you have landfall, it's going to double the amount of +1/+1 counters on it, which goes very nice with the Bristly Bill. This is a weird one. This one's a weird one. If you control 5 or more untapped lands, it comes in with 2 +1/+1 counters and a lifelink counter on it. I'm not gonna lie, I'm still a little iffy on it. I'm gonna play it for content just because it fits the theme, and like I said, I want to be, we'll have a little bit of fun on the channel and play something. Just keep in mind that sometimes it's good, sometimes it's damn, it's just a little bit too slow, and you end up playing it just as a 2/3 flyer anyway. But you still do need some sort of board presence because we do have Sheltered by Ghosts, which of course is the best thing versus mono red and stuff like that. So Shelter Ghost is like that. Insidious Fungus, this card is really good for landfall. Sacrifice it, you can destroy an artifact or enchantment, or a lot of the times you just draw a card and you get to go a land onto the battlefield tapped, which is nice if you have a Felidar Retreat or anything like that. Of course, you'll just, you'll be able to, whatchamacallit, just play down a land, and then you get an extra little cat trigger or something like that. Something like that. Doubling Season also works with the Eternal Wanderer. I do want to kind of go for more of the Planeswalkers, because obviously with Doubling Season, you have just Nissa, you can just do a -7 immediately, or you can go for the Eternal Wanderer, etc., etc. With Doubling Season works very well like that. Awaken the Woods, just because you create X/1/1 green tokens, and if you do have a lot of landfall triggers, you can just kind of do that. Nissa, because it's landfall, and yeah, I think I'm just talking it's landfall. This is what it is. This is what it is. We got Felidar Retreat. We're just chucking lands on the battlefield, baby. We got the Overlord. The Overlord is actually really good because the land that it makes is actually a token as well. So with Doubling Season, you're getting double the lands and double the tokens. So that's actually really amazing. And I think that's about it. Like I said, this is just, I can stop rambling now. Let's give a special shout out to the Mana Rocks. The Mana Rocks are the patrons and the YouTube channel members that do help out the channel financially. That mean the absolute world to me. I'm going to continue to try to go for the, every other day kind of pace here. So we're kind of moseying along here. I'm not really sure with the holidays coming up with everything. Don't know if I'll get to Mythic. Highly doubt it, actually. But I am going to make an actual Mythic run next month because it's been a few months since I've been there. So hopefully we can crank up that volume and everything. So make sure to crank up your volume. But just keep in mind, keep in mind. Only you, and yes, you can help protect the Aether with me, so make sure to leave a like on the video. The button looks just like this. Without further ado, let's get ready to vanquish some enemies. Well, I see an elf into a Hydra, so we'll go ahead and keep that. Let's go ahead and keep this. Your go. Whoa. Rough crowd over here, so. Well, at least we got a little elf into a Hydra. Well, if it makes sense, it kind of does make sense if they're playing mono red. Makes sense they're, you know, want everything really snappy. They play super fast. It's mono red. What else would you expect, right? Let's go in for our lovely elf into a Hydra, and we're just gonna have to cross our fingers because elf into Hydra feels pretty phenomenal. Being on the draw versus mono red feels anything but phenomenal. So. See what you got here. Surely not blocking. Bolt Wave. Bolt Wave is actually pretty damn good. It's worth noting that the that one crystal, that, I don't know if you know what I'm talking about, that crystal card here in Foundations that says you have hexproof, it actually gets around that, which actually makes the crystal barricade a lot less effective. But we're not here to talk about white. We're here to talk about actually I am running white, but we're not here to talk about that card. We're here to talk about the Hydra. I thought about putting that crystal barricade in the sideboard. Obviously not blocking here. Thought about putting it into the sideboard, but it was just so bad. So we got a Felidar Retreat. Okay. I think we just want to go. Let's not get too cute here. Let's just go in for you. This will give us a chance because honestly, we have almost no chance if they actually weren't missing land drops here. So go for Elf and then just go in for the Overlord. I think we're gonna have to put the Felidar Retreat on the rocks for now. Let's just go and get the Mossborn Hydra nice and big. I don't think we can realistically start swinging, but the Felidar Retreat can actually give vigilance to our creatures, which is exactly what I'm going to be wanting to do here. I'm going to, yeah, I'll say, I'm down to 9 life, so I would have to block either way. But now before I drop my land, let's go for the Felidar Retreat. Sure. Felidar Retreat. See if they got anything to kill. I don't think, you know, Lightning Helix, that's 3, so the Hydra is out of that range, so that's pretty good here. And now, I guess it doesn't really matter too much here, but we'll go for the Fountainport. And let's go ahead and give it vigilance. I do want to swing, because we're gonna have to put some sort of, like, you know, offensive pressure on them at some point. I don't think I really want to swing with the elf either. So we got a 10-10 Hydra. I mean, pretty damn good. Obviously, best of 1 would be pretty rough with this deck. Honestly, just being honest, which was why we run the white. Because the white allows you to run like removal, life gain, etc., etc. So even like Boros Charm, we still might even be cooked, honestly, because this takes us down to 5. So I can't swing with the elves because they would just get, you know, massacred by the 2/3. But that's a big bang, and I think we might be. Honestly, it's like 50-50. Let's see if they drop a land. Got a 10-10 Hydra. That'll do it. All right, cool. Got all of our fun enchantments in here, so I think we can rock with this. That's fine. We got at least 1 white source. The mana base for this deck was really, really tricky. I'll tell you what. So, all right, I think I'm just gonna drop down the elf before I go for the Restless Prairie, just because it's not gonna be until turn 3 anyway for the Felidar Retreat. So, here's an elf. If you're gonna burst lightning it or whatever, hey, it is what it is. Just a Swifty, sure. So we're gonna have to take maybe a turn off unless we get kind of lucky here. Fabled Passage, it's fine. We can use the Fabled Passage later, but right now, let's establish our Restless Prairie. Might as well swing with the elf, not doing anything else. Definitely not blocking either, but next turn, I think we're going to have to establish the Omenpath Journey, just because Felidar Retreat doesn't do anything as it comes out, so I think establishing the Journey is the move here. So hopefully they don't blow us out of the water too quickly. Restless Bivouac, so they're definitely running whites, and obviously they're running white, but they're running a manlands too. So there's a bunch of different manlands. Overlord's decent, actually. Actually, Overlord's really, really good here, because I actually have something to play on turn 3 that they killed the elf, so that's actually really good. Okay, that was actually a really good top deck. Now we're kind of set back a turn, but they're also not really dealing a whole lot of damage, so it's kind of a catch-22. Screaming Nemesis makes me want to scream, not gonna lie. That's pretty scary. Got an elf. I think at this point, I was going to go in for the Journey first, but now that we can drop lands, I think it is worth it to just go in for our Felidar Retreat. So now we're on to Felidar Retreat, and it's the classic. It's the classic Felidar Retreat Fabled Passage combo, and you gotta love it. We're here, baby. We're here for all the landfall. Alright, so yeah, I guess we'll just create another, beef up the board as much as possible, and then we're just going for the elf. And next turn, we can actually get, the Journey. Should we go for Journey or Retreat? I guess it'll just kind of depend on if we do top decking to a land or not. Swifty. This is not comfortable. It's not comfortable here, but I'm actually gonna, let's actually double block. Let's actually double block here. If they do have Monstrous Rage, I'd cry. but we're gonna have to prevent some sort of damage here in some capacity or another. The Screaming Nemesis is gonna obviously deal 1 damage to me, most likely. But 1 is better than 3, I guess. I don't really need the elves either. So Smite's pretty good. I think we're gonna, let's do this. Let's go for the Omenpath Journey. So the Omenpath Journey, I've never used this card before. Let's see what we can fetch. We got 5 lands here. So Fabled Passage. I guess Fountainport, might as well make all use of like all the utility. I guess a Surveil land, a creature land, and then I guess just a Demolition Field maybe. It's kind of why we have all these like one-off lands, is because we are running the Omenpath Journey, and then we still have enough for a 1 random one. Bam! Felidar Retreat's going off. This will just pump up the board even more. Okay. I know I identify land. I think we'll just keep it on top, right? Then we still have the Elspeth Smite that can take care of the Nemesis. Alright. Let's go ahead and block. If they go for like Monstrous Rage, I'll have to smite probably the Swifty. But just a Lightning Strike, okay. I think we'll just Elspeth Smite the Nemesis. Obviously it sucks taking 3 damage, because we're dealing 3 damage to it. And we finally do get rid of it, which is nice. And then this cat will chump block, but honestly that's kind of okay. And we go down to what, like 2? Ugh. Ugh. Not great here, but we are going to be able to beef up the board pretty significantly here. So let's go for Felidar Retreat. Felidar Retreat, number 2. Number 2. Forest. I'm not seeing the forest for the trees here, baby. 2/2. 2/2 kitty cat. And now we're going to get another instance of landfall with the Omenpath Journey. Here we go. Here's another one. Felidar Retreat's going off. Here we go. Come on, kitty cats. I need you. Alright, now we got the Overlord up. Whew. Okay. God, No Swing feels absolutely amazing. I've got the Eternal Wanderer. I can't present lethal here. If I swing with the Overlord, obviously we're going to get another landfall trigger. But that's after I attack. So the vigilance isn't going to matter. I think this is the final decision. Everything feels a little wonky here. I mean, we're just gonna move like +1. I guess we're just gonna bop the in case they really storm off with like the prowess into a Monstrous Rage, into something weird. I guess we'll just kind of slow them down, because we all are gonna put enough damage on the board eventually. So let's swing in with the Overlord and a few kitty cats, and our Overlord is gonna, you guessed it, trigger more Felidar Retreats. Let's go, more kitty cats. That's right. We're just filling up the entire board with nice kitty cats. Down to 11. If they can't top deck anything, oh my god, I already forgot. I forgot more Felidar Retreat kitty cats. Here we go. They're gonna have to kill me right now. If they can't kill me, the cats are gonna take it. I got my swarm of cats here. They're purring. They're making biscuits. Yes, let's go. Oh, baby. Well, that's not gonna do it. I think we're up to take a Molly here, so pretty easy stuff. Got a Restless Prairie. I think we should be okay. Got a Pain Lane here. Worst case scenario, the Mirrex can give us white anyway, so. Hopefully I'm not playing against dreaded red. So we're not. That's good. Even with the Shelter by Ghost, red is still pretty damn hard on the play. Or the draw, rather. On the play, it's like, we could probably handle it. Just want to take a little chill pill here. I do like these, like, Mirrex in Fountainport. These are, like, utility. I don't even know what you want to call them. But, the land with extreme upside. Especially versus, like, control. But this looks to be, like, the Serpent and the Crab deck. It's so frustrating, man. Just roping the absolute sin out of me on turn 1. I mean, that's... Ooh, I hate to be a complainer, but that is so frustrating. Alright, let's see if they got it. Because honestly, if you rope at the beginning... I don't mind if you just rope all the way. It's like, oh, okay, whatever. But if you rope all the way at the beginning and then play, you're like, what are you doing? Oh my gosh. I see them highlighting their hand. This is like... What is going on? Are you playing or not? What's going on? Guess so. I don't mind it. Okay, like, I don't mind if you're playing, but like, are you playing or not? Guess they are, so that's nice. Here we go. Alright, Razorverge Thicket. Lemony Snicket. So let's go for our lovely Nissa. If I kill the Nissa, it is what it is. But okay, I think we're playing now. I think we're playing now. Hopefully. Storm Chaser's talent, sure. Does this thing have prowess? No, this thing does not have prowess. This is offspring. But this does have prowess. So they are swimming with the Thunder Trap Trainer. It's a little confusing. Not sure why they would be doing that. They put a stop at my upkeeps. I don't know. I'm very confused here. Okay, it's Town and Big. Okay, okay. Okay. There we go. All right. So now what's our play here? So we'll drop you, and then we'll just be able to go for the landfall with Nissa. Bam. Landfall. Go for white. I think I am just going to go for the Sheltered by Ghost. I don't love it. Good God, do I not love it. But I kind of just want to, like, slow them down a little bit. Plus, if they do go... Sheltered by Ghost on a token feels pretty good. I'm not really exactly sure what they'll have going on here. Roaring Furnace. So they can definitely pay the War 2 here, right? At least they just don't get back their token, which is kind of what I'm assuming is going to happen. Because right now, we're just kind of stalling. Because we definitely want to go for the doubling season next turn. And this in and of itself is not that crazy. Dust Animus is decent. Dust Animus is pretty decent. But if I plot this for 3, I don't know, we can't, so we don't have a token to sacrifice. So I think this is going to be all we do for now. They are running the dreaded, this town ain't big enough. So if they do this, I guess they can just kind of get it back, which I definitely don't love. So we are that's a lot of mana. If they just bounce that, that's pretty crippling. Which feels like it might be probably what happens. Storm Chaser's talent, alright. Invasion, sure. This has to be a permanent, right? So let's take a land, sure. 1, 2, 3. You have Summoning Sickness, so I'll just pop this. I think that's fine for now. Sure. Does there be another what town? This town ain't big enough? Yeah. Oh my god, it's so obnoxious. All right, 2 in the top 15. Okay. More land. I'm pretty tilted. Between the flood and the slow playing, I'm gnashing my teeth a little bit. I can't even lie to you. Could plot the Animus. Not really. Honestly, not really. Everything feels really gross right now. We're like maximum awkward in terms of what we can do here. So now I'm playing slow. So sorry, opponent. But at least mine's a little more complicated. Man, so awkward. Just so awkward here. I guess we just commit to it, whatever. I don't think there's a realistic chance that they can just do this again. I mean, if they have their third, this town ain't big enough, I think we're just going to have to accept it. At some point, they're going to be able to go for the Storm Chaser's talent and just retrieve it. But I can't really prevent this. They're going to get this Invasion of Ixalan to flip over. Invasion of Tarkir, so all the invasions are coming together, sure. Interesting little deck they got here. Doesn't this Teamer deck typically have the Elk and then they go infinite with all the Otters? A lot of times I think that's what they do, right? Okay. Sheltered by Ghosts is always nice. So what we can do now is go for the Dust Animus. And then we do have 5 untapped. So we can do Dust Animus, 5 untapped, and then the doubling season will make it a 6/7 with lifelink, which is pretty nice. And then I guess we could just go Shelter by Ghost this. They haven't really leveled this up yet, though. I think we're going to have to. Hopefully they don't have anything. I mean, They don't have blue either, so like I'm not too scared of this. What does this do? They're just gonna hack through the Storm Key, because then if they do this time big enough and bounce the spell, that's pretty bad. Just green and red. Questing Druid. Just please do not draw or get into a this town ain't big enough. I guess they do have Analyze the Pollen now. Oh god. This deck is kind of quirky, but it's pretty good. I can't really hate on it. Kind of all out of firepower here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 8 out of 13. Obviously, we're way too overloaded. Significantly too overloaded on lands. Pretty flooded in that regard, but overall, we're just going to need a little bit of help either way. Kind of interesting that they do take the Thundertrap Trainer. They must already have... Does that mean they already have a... this town ain't big enough or something? Because they gotta have to deal with this. Thundertrap Trainer, sure. So they're digging alright. Paw Patch Formation. Yep, that's pretty bad. That is pretty bad. Can they pay for it, though? I guess this is a fast land. If they've got an untapped land, which they do not, so they actually can't pay with the Paw Patch Formation yet, but we're going to have to figure out something to do for next turn here. I would really like to see if we can get some sort of like something here. So Felidar Retreat, I guess that's definitely not nothing, so can't complain too hard. Let's definitely take our damage while we can. See, they could have gone for the Shelter by Ghosts, but so let's go and do this, Felidar Retreat. At least we'll get down our Felidar Retreat with the doubling season, which is always nice. Let's create our little kitty cats here. Obviously, our Dust Animus is going to go bye-bye. And then we can go maybe for like a Mirrex? Double Mirrex? I mean, it doesn't seem too strong, to be honest with you. Sure. I wonder if because they're setting up for the Paw Patch Formation, they want to just kill the creature itself, I'm assuming. The Dust Animus. At least the War 2 just kind of set them back a little bit. But definitely not great giving them back any of these Storm Chaser's talents. Yep, sure. Alright, so to get that another little otter here, definitely don't love that. Let's see if they level this up, or what are they going to do here? Another invasion. This is technically not prowess, but it's like, you know, kind of prowess with the indestructible stuff. Just wondering, should I go for the Fountainport and create a fish, or go for a mix? I think I do. Ooh, there it is. There's that infinite loopy stuff. So I definitely do want to go in for fish, I think. Because fish can actually block, whereas the Mirrex cannot. I think they're just about tapped out, right? I don't think they can do anything here unless they have a Torch the Tower, which of course they do. Oh, man. Sure. So you're only doing 4, so I guess you're not unleashing the Thunder Maw just yet. And what are you going for? I guess I could chump block, or we should just let them have it. I think at this point we're probably just going to let them have it. I'm going to take the Fountainport. We're going to sacrifice the token and draw a card. I don't like it, but like I don't think I have too much of a choice here. There we go, got a Nissa. Alright, Nissa's decent, but they're going to flip this open no matter what, so I think we just let you have it. Alright, I definitely don't like that. Definitely do not like Defiant Thunder Maws. No, 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 not so much. Alright, got an Overlord. Kind of hanging in there. 1, 2, 3, and then we can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on Nissa. Let's go in for the full-blown Overlord. We're going to have to put Nissa on the rocks for now. I don't love it, but we do get the doubling season with the Felidar Retreat. I think we're just going to have to buff up the board here. So we do get quite a bit of action here. Unfortunately, this Defiant Thundermaw, I don't think this Defiant Thundermaw can really kill us immediately. So how many island or forests do we technically have? We got 1, 2, 3. That's not one. And this is 1, 2. So 5. So we can give all of our creatures +5/+5 and trample. Alright, so here comes Enduring Vitality. That's don't like that. Now all these creatures are basically just mana dorks. Oh god. Okay. Alright, so level 2. But now they have like all these creatures are just mana dorks here, so like whatever they pull here. What's the plan? Analyze the pollen, sure. They can search for a basic. I don't think they can pay the evidence though, right? So they can't pay the evidence to search for anything good, really. So like whatever. Okay. Nothing. Wow. Okay, that works. So they're kind of just like tapped out, I hate to say it. I mean, that's pretty cool. I don't even think I really want to kill my creatures then. No, I guess not, right? Alright, Dust Animus. So here's the thing, we have Nissa, but we also have like the doubling season, so I think we just go full-blown Nissa then, right? I guess if the plan is to drop this, we should go Dust Animus first, because then we at least get the counters on it. Because we do have 5 untapped lands here, so let's go for Dust Animus. I don't think they have any sort of like interruption here. I could be very wrong. I could be very, very wrong, and it appears that they do. But either way, let's see what they got here. All right, we get the Nissa. We get the Nissa with doubling season. I mean, we're gonna do it. 14 counters on the Nissa. Buff up the board. This is a massive board here, and we actually are gonna get more +1/+1 counters with the Overlord. Once we attack, that was sick. Let's go. Okay, here we go. Got Sheltered by Ghosts, but we don't have a creature. It's close. I'm gonna mulligan. This is a little too slow for my liking. This is also not great, but whatever. Hey, it is what it is. Yeah, I think because we're on the draw here, I think we can kind of get blown over by this freaking Otter deck here. So, analyze the pollen. Got a Nissa. I do like this Insidious Fungus quite a bit. This Insidious Fungus is a nice little Swiss Army knife. It just does everything you kind of ever want it for. It's never dead. No matter what happens, it's just never dead. Solid little uncommon from Duskmourn. Teamer. Thunder Trap Trainer. I guess we can just bounce. 1 and 2s, bounce all day. I guess we could go for the Animist here. Just plot the Animist while we can. Is it that important to ramp up with the Fungus? Not really. Do you have an Elf? So do we go Prairie Elf, or do we just go in for straight up for the Animus? I guess we can do this. It's fine. I always get tricked out by this. I always want to plot the Animus, but like you don't really like need to. You don't need to. I mean, you never really know with Teamer. So got the Felidar Retreat. I mean, I would definitely be interested in dropping down the Felidar Retreat, but now I'm a little skeeved out. Like, do they have? Okay, okay, all right. I don't know what they keep putting stops. They put up stops and then they time out. Let's go for Nissa first. It just smells like a counter spell. Like, why would you not play anything on turn 3? So I'm just kind of figure this is a counter spell. If not, it's not the end of the world. But if it is a counter spell, I'd rather get down Nissa to be countered than the Felidar Retreat. So our semi-bluff doesn't work. That's okay. We can still plot the Animist now with our lovely landfall from Nissa. I swear this opponent does not like to play, that's for sure. But nevertheless, let's go ahead and plot down. And we'll pass our turn. Hopefully they will take their turn. Oop, we're good. Get a little quick H2O break, because they do not seem to be playing. This town ain't big enough. I think it's fine. I mean, we can just kind of search again with this thing, but yeah, okay. Good game. Sheltered by the old ghosts into some ramp. I think we can rock with this. So let's rock with it, baby. I do have one of these cute little Awaken the Woods. This card's It's either like amazing or terrible, but hey, we'll take the high variance here. So Hopeless Nightmare, I mean, I think most likely we're not going to be able to have this because if we're going against discard, they're probably not going to let us get to 6 mana anyway. But we are also ramping here, so I don't know, it's kind of pick your poison. But they were super, super discard heavy, so I'm assuming they're not going to let us get to that. Deep Cavern Bat, don't like that. Maybe we should have kind of risked it, though. We do have plenty of ramp up here, so... Beza. I can definitely go for the Beza. What, we just draw a card with Beza? I mean, it's definitely not terrible. Yeah, we'll go for Beza here. That's fine. Gain a little bit of life. Draw a card. I think that's definitely fine. Can't imagine they're, like, stoked to see a Beza by the time they drop their 3rd land. But they just gotta go for the throw anyway, so it's fine. Alright, so Awaken the Woods with the X, I guess it's basically just however much you can muster up for X, so... Or it's nothing. Or it's nothing. Really unfortunate there, but at least we get an Overlord of the Hauntwoods, so we're gonna hardcast this for sure. Fabled Passage. Should we even out the score here? I think so. I guess we don't really have too much white here, it's fine. Plus we're getting an Overlorded, land here, so whatever. Of course, we do not like to see all this removal. Bayonet's Talent, that's a land, that's no problem. I mean, if they don't have removal for the Overlord, I mean, this is going to be pretty decent. As long as we can get like a decent top deck or something like that. Can't imagine they're not swinging with the bat, so fingers crossed here. Maybe I do go for Demolition Field here, just to kind of thin, but then again, we do have landfall. Nah, still do it, I don't care. We're still doing it. Still doing it. Because even if I did top deck what? I guess a Hydra, nah, maybe that's a little risky, huh? I guess it's kind of important just to do the, oh my god, okay, well, we're fine. Because we're tapped. I don't think we could have done this, right? Hold on. I don't think we could have gone for Felidar Retreat and then the Demolition Field, unless I'm stupid, which I probably am. But nevertheless, we still get a landfall trigger with the Felidar Retreat, so whatever. Bam, baby, here we go. Every single turn with this Overlord swinging in, this is like the perfect pairing with the Felidar Retreat. Hopefully they have a hard time kind of pairing up with this. But now that even if we top deck into a land, it's not really a dead card. It's not really a dead card. So, I don't have a hand, so that's actually fine. Stings a lot less when you don't have a hand already. Ooh, I think we're looking pretty good here now. So I do have to lose this life. That's okay. I really don't mind that so much. Glimpse the Core. Let's go, baby. Glimpse the Core. And I guess we'll just... Yeah, we'll take a Forest. So, another Felidar Retreat. Try to create... I think we do create more kitty cats. At least one more time, right? Restless Prairie. And swing on in. And just more kitty cats for now. Next turn, maybe we can worry about something else. But they're already down to 4. And this Felidar Retreat's already pulling its weight. I can't give a shout out to Restless Prairie. The Restless Prairie, usually... I mean, I don't remember the last time I used Restless Prairie in any capacity. But, hey. Prairie works today. Alright here. I think we can rock with this. 2 Glimpse the Core, Felidar Retreat, 2 lands. I think we can rock with this. It's for all the marbles, baby. For all the marbles, let's see if we got it, baby. Alright, so on a mole. That's always a good sign. I would like to see if I can get into an unset. Ooh, well. Let's see what they take. I would assume they take a Felidar Retreat. They do. Yeah, they had enough of that Felidar Retreat, that's for sure. I think we just... Because they could just cut down my elf here, I think we're just going to go in for the Fabled Passage. It kind of sucks, but I kind of want to get like a guaranteed 2 lands next turn. So... a little clunky, a little unfortunate, but it is what it is. So let's see what the bat takes here now. This bat has been, man, it's just such a, what's it, the maggot, the brain maggot worm thingy? It really reminds me, I was not nearly as good or in tune with the standard meta as I was back in the day, but I do remember that thing quite well. So I think we just kind of need more land. I mean, I could go for like the Bristly Bill. I'm going to go for the Glimpse of the Core here. I know we have the Beza, which actually, maybe I should have cracked open a Plains with the Fabled Passage. So a little bit of an error there, considering if I do want to go for Beza next turn, but I don't think it's really the end of the world. Because I keep forgetting the Glimpse of the Core can only grab forests. It's not a, whatchamacallit, a basic, but at least we don't have to worry about it. So, Hopeless Nightmare. Yeah, at this point, you know, I don't really know if there's anything to, like, really, like, to ramp up into. Can't get rid of Bell. I guess it's just that elf, right? I mean, if I pop back into a land, at least we get Bill going with a little bit of +1/+1 action. So, alright, Mossborn Hydra. Big 1/1. Big fat 1/1. That's right. Still not looking amazing here, though. Gonna need a little bit of help. Duress, gonna get rid of my Glimpse of the Core. I guess that's fine. I mean, whatever. And a Hopeless Nightmare, so I'm completely out of firepower here, but they're not really chock full of firepower themselves. So, I mean, Fountainport's not bad. It's not bad. Fountainport, we can at least pay one, create a little fishy. I mean, that's not nothing. It's not nothing. Come to think about it, opponent only has 2 lands here, so go for the throw. Yep, that's not good. So yeah, I guess we'll just let them attack before we start really grinding for tokens. This is gonna be a grindy matchup here. So Fountainport, create a little fishy. I do have to pay for this, which is not great, but let's go and get down our Felidar Retreat. Alright, I'm not sure how I really feel here. Hopefully we kind of get a little bit of a breather. Maybe they're kind of clogged up here, which they are. Got Insidious Fungus. I think this is pretty good, right? Let's try it out. It's either Insidious Fungus or create another fish, but I think the Insidious Fungus is going to win by default, so. What we can do is, I like this card a lot though, because we can kill enchantments, which is like that discard Bandit's Talent. Or we can just go for a draw card and put a land on the battlefield tapped, which could activate the Felidar Retreat, so I kind of like that. So hopefully they don't go for the Bandit's Talent. If they don't do anything else, I will draw, and just hopefully we spike a land, or just something that can help. So yeah, let's try this out. Insidious Fungus, let's draw a card here. Because I'm most likely going to go for Hopeless Nightmare. So if we draw a card, get into a land. It's not a land, but at least we like drew a card. I mean, there's a land. There we go. Okay, so Felidar Retreat. 2 Felidar Retreats. And now here's the land, baby. All right, and obviously we're definitely just going to bump up the board. So just create our cat tokens for now. So it is 10 to 21, so, I mean, we gotta kind of be a little fast about this, because eventually they're gonna drop like a Shelly or something like that, and it's gonna get a little scary. So Hopeless Nightmare, I'm assuming this should kind of fix them up. We're gonna need to see some removal. Maybe a Sheltered by Ghost would be kind of cool, but they put both of them on top, which is a little nerve-wracking here. So please no Shelly. Let's get your attack in first. Just do not drop a Shelly. I cannot deal with a Shelly right now. Alright, no Shelly. We get a land. Land is not horrific. I'm actually thinking, though, like, is it better to create more kitty cats? Or should I just start going for +1/+1s at this point? I got 2 Felidar Retreats. We're at that crossing point where, like, I don't know. 2, 5, 8? I think we just do this for now. I think this is fine. Because you want to have a bigger board. Yeah, because you want to have more. That makes sense. We can do that. So we are starting to get a little bit more of a board. Fountainport. What can we do? Actually, sacrifice a token and draw a card. We could do that. Maybe I should do that now? Ooh. Come to think of it, maybe I should have done that already. 1, 2. Yeah, because if I type like into like a shell, I don't think it matters that much though. There's nothing really that juicy you could play. Maybe like a Mossborn Hydra or something like that. So Archfield of the Dross, yeah, that's pretty good. Let's do this now. Okay, let's not make another mistake. Let's not compound our mistakes. Because this is gonna die, so you want to draw before the Archfiend hits the battlefield. Omenpath Journey. I guess we couldn't have done that either way. We couldn't have played it with the Felidar Retreat, so it makes me feel a little better. There's a Nissa. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ugh. I can't really play it though because the Archfiend's gonna make me like this is 7. 7 in the air. If we get any sort of death trigger, we're dead. So pay 2. Can't do that either. That's really unfortunate. Alright, I guess we're gonna have to go for the Omenpath Journey here. And I think we're gonna come up a little bit short here, but we'll still try it out. I guess we'll just go for this. Demolition Field. You, and a Restless Prairie. Sure. Alright. So, can't swing in here because it's going to deal an extra 2 on the back end. So, if they don't have any sort of, like, removal or whatever, maybe we're looking okay. Sure, whatever. I kind of messed up the sequencing there, so... Oopsie. That doesn't do anything. Nope, that doesn't do much, huh? Alright, 7. So if they have literally any just like go for the throat and they just kill like a cat beast or something like that, we're just dead, so it is what it is. Yeah, that's it. Good game. I mean, man, I don't know. I feel like we just kind of, I don't know. It was a close one. Spokes, hello. Alright, we'll go and keep this. Nice little hand here. Dust Animus can definitely be pretty quirky. It is a little, I don't know, it's one of those cards, like, if this is the deck that you would run it in, like, this is it, right? Like, if you're going to run it, this is the deck to do it in. So, hopefully we can make this Dust Animus work. Let's see if we're going against, oh, well, we are going against red, so that's actually pretty good. Come on, swing, we'll bounce. I'm not afraid to bounce with you, my friend. We do have the Sheltered by Ghost. I could just get the Dust Animus down. Should I plot? I guess not, right? I guess we should probably just block and then use the fungus to like draw a card and then put a land, because especially if we have a tap land anyway. So I think we really do get the benefit out of the Insidious Fungus blocking here. Then we also don't have the Sheltered by Ghosts, so it's kind of a catch-22. Alright. Something can block this out. Ugh. I guess this is a cool little trick that you can do here. We can go ahead and block, and then we can take away the trample token, so it's actually kind of a cool move here. But what's better? Should I get rid of the trample and then just get rid of this damage? Or should I ramp up? I think it actually is destroy the target enchantment. I don't love it, but it is what it is. So let's go and destroy this. If they have another Monstrous Rage, we just cry. Alright, so no trample. So no 4 damage. Alright, I mean, I guess that's probably like the be-all end-all versus red. I mean, they're just so aggro that it's just hard to keep up with them. So, I guess we do this and just ramp up with the Overlord. If we do top deck into an untapped land, we can go Animist without the lifelink counter, unfortunately, but we can just give it to it with Sheltered by Ghosts. So, otherwise, we're sitting here with an Omenpath Journey. I know we have 19 life, but red is just so wildly efficiently aggressive that you're never comfortable. You're never comfortable versus red, I can promise you that. Be gentle. Be gentle, Swifty. Oh, wow, I was expecting a little something more, so that's actually nice. Demolition Field, alright. Don't really want to go for Animist right now, kinda. I'm not gonna lie. So what we can do is go for Prairie and then just go for the Omenpath Journey. Let's do that. We're at 18 life. I don't think they can really kill it. Like, I wouldn't do this if they applied a little bit more pressure. But I think we can kind of do this just because of the circumstances here. So I guess we go for Fabled Passage, Fountainport, Lush Portico, Prairie, and a Mirrex. That seems pretty good. Alright, so it is kind of nice because it also gets rid of the lands like in our deck, so it is kind of like thinning us out as well. And then we also get like a bunch of like all of our like cool one-off lands. So I am kind of liking this. Obviously, versus red, it can be a little spooky. Oh my goodness! All right, we get it to go. I don't think they're playing here, so we'll kind of see if they just kind of like times them out or whatever. Are they really gonna time out? Next turn we would have had a Dust Animus with, oh, okay, I guess it does let us go through it, so that's actually cool. All right, I guess they're not playing, obviously, but it's for some reason it hasn't really kicked them yet, so we'll do this while we can. Dust Animus, we still have 5 untapped lands, so we are gonna get a 4/5 with lifelink, and then we're gonna put it on Sheltered by Ghost with it, so let's go. Oh my goodness, well, it's gotta kick, yeah, I was gonna say, it has to kick him eventually. I'll take it.